gentlemen, it's week 15 in the NFL. The Buffalo Bills are 5-9. I'm your host, Darren Lawal, along with my co-host. We're here in the post-game report tonight to talk a little bit about a Bills win. Not that they matter at this point, but it's still a win. Good evening. Deej, it was a great week in football, really, overall. Because
terrific week.
The Bills won, the Cowboys got shut out, the New England Patriots lost their second in a row, the Carolina Panthers just lost their sixth in a row.
6 straight.
It's just been a great week. It's just been a great week. Few games didn't go quite the way I wanted, but overall, it was a great week. The Sabres are back in the winning column. They've won 5 in a row.
No, they lost the other night.
Oh, did they lose the other night?
Yeah.
They've
won 3 out of 4.
So
and their only loss was in overtime, so they still picked up a point.
So they're still doing well. So
getting back to their winning ways.
you know, I said on Facebook that it must be Christmas came early. That's what a good week it was. You know, these games don't mean anything. There again, we've already won 5 games. I thought we'd win 2. So we're doing better than I thought we would. Josh Allen, to me, is looking good. He's making the right decisions. He's playing well. The kid is game.
Yeah, I like him.
I do too. I'm a fan. I like the kid.
To see what a year under his belt will do.
And I'm excited to see if, when we get some consistent receivers. We're decimated right now with injuries.
I think Robert Foster should stick around because that kid's good.
Well, speaking of Robert Foster, it says today in the paper, are Josh Allen and Robert Foster the Bills' next dynamic duo? And of course, referring to the dynamic duo, they're referring to Kelly to Reed.
He had 108 yards and a touchdown on 4 catches. I think it's his 3rd time going over 100 yards in the last month. So, which we didn't have a receiver over 100 yards for like 15 games before.
Exactly.
That, so.
The impressive thing about this game also, and there again, we didn't get to see the game because
I watched the whole thing on my phone.
Oh, he watched it on the phone. It was blocked out. I mean, I don't know why.
They just didn't. I think it was just 2 lousy teams that just didn't put it on TV.
It just wasn't on TV. But the impressive thing was the Bills were basically playing with a who's who of whatever. I mean, it was just a bunch of hodgepodge because we are so decimated with injuries. The coach wanted to get guys in to see how they played, and everybody stepped up and did their jobs.
Yeah,
and
our 3rd and 4th string running backs playing, and then our 3rd string got hurt.
Yeah, the 4th string running back carries the load as Buffalo tops the Lions. Bills drive a Ford to beat Detroit. So that's the way it went. I'm sure it's right here somewhere.
We wore our color rush jerseys. I did not go to the game. It was a home game. I believe it was Mike that I gave my tickets to.
We gave all our tickets to a guy that is a fan.
I put it on the Bills page.
And Mike said that he wanted to take his son. It was his son's first game.
That's what he said.
And so we gave him the tickets. So a shout out to Mike. We appreciate the fact that you're a fan of our page and you watch our videos, which we don't have anybody watch our videos. So we're real impressed that Mike watched our videos. And so Mike, you got to see a good game. You got to see the Bills win, and we're glad we could help out. So
when these came out, I really disliked them, and now, as you know, I was wearing mine yesterday. I own them. I really dig the color rush.
Do you really?
I love it.
I don't like it.
I just think it's so.
It looks to me like they're playing in their pajamas.
To me, I wish they'd go back to the red helmet, just red head to toe. I actually did that on Madden the other night. And it just is sharp.
It's just not for me.
It looks like the Chiefs, but I like it.
Yeah. I want to just read a little bit what they said in there again. To someone that lived through the glory years, and of course, when I refer to the Bills' glory years, I'm referring to the 90s. Those were our glory years. And we said back then, someday we're going to look back on this, and it's going to be our glory. We didn't realize we would go so long, I don't think. I don't think I did. I don't think a lot of Bills fans did. But if you've been a Bills fan as long as I have, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the glory years. And Sale was talking about it today in the paper. And he said, we refer to it commonly as the golden era of Bills football. That glorious epic on the... Epic? Is that how you pronounce that word? Epoch? Epic? I don't know. In the early 90s, when Buffalo was the center of the NFL universe and making Super Bowl appearances as frequently as real estate mogul Donald Trump was buying Manhattan property. There was a quarterback named Jim Kelly and a wide receiver named Andre Reed. And it just seemed like whenever the Bills needed a big play in the passing game, number 12 and 83 were right there to make that play. And that's, I mean, that's very true. I don't necessarily think Josh Allen and whoever is there yet. But the kid is impressing me because he's a big kid. He's game all the way. He's not afraid to take a hit. And he just goes out there and there's no doubt when he's in that huddle who's in control.
Yeah.
It's him.
He's the leader. He's
the leader. And those guys, they feed on that.
Yeah, even
in this game, we were down in this game most of the game, 13-7. So late.
Yeah, we were down 6-0 because they missed an extra point.
Yep. And then we took a 7-6 lead, and then they came right back and took a 13-7 lead. That was what it was at halftime, and that's what it was through the third quarter, I think, until the fourth quarter, right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, we go for it on 4th and 1, and that was kind of the...
Well, no, that was on the last drive. First, we scored the touchdown, like the 43-yard touchdown pass.
Okay.
Foster, that was beautiful.
That was beautiful. And that was after a penalty.
Yeah, and
had wiped out a nice run.
Allen didn't run much at all yesterday.
He didn't.
Ford was our leading rusher with
He
46 yards.
Which is good. I want to see Josh run when he has to, but throw the ball when he has to. And yesterday he threw the ball when he had to.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have that offensive team. We have no offensive line. I mean, yesterday they gave him some time, like the touchdown throw. I mean,
well, they
4.5 days.
There again, they played well yesterday, obviously, because we had 100-some-odd yards rushing.
Oh, did we? I didn't think we had that.
So, I thought we did.
I'm sure we did with Josh's, yeah.
So the offensive line definitely did better yesterday.
But we're using our third and fourth string running backs, so it's just hard to tell how they played. Josh, of course, ran in the first one himself. So he did run a little. But, no, I like the fact that it was 4th and 1. First of all, when you get the ball and we have a chance to run out the clock and you're thinking, it's McDermott, so it's going to be as conservative as it can be. He let Josh throw on, like, 2nd down, I believe, and he threw, like, a 25-yard pass for a first down. And then we needed one more first down. It was 4th and 1 around midfield. And I guess Josh went to the sideline and said, give me the freaking ball. And took the snap and just dove forward, got the first down, which I like. He's just a leader. And it's nice to see because it's been a long time.
I can't find the stats, and I apologize. So I don't know how many yards we actually had. But
man, it was a boring game. 14-13 final.
Well, we were talking before we went on the air. There was a lot of 1-point games this week.
A lot of low scoring games, which I actually liked.
The Chargers beat Kansas City on Thursday night, 29-28.
That was a great game. Chargers were down.
Cleveland beat Denver on Saturday, 17-16.
The Cleveland game we were watching Saturday night at Donnie's party.
Washington beat Jacksonville 16-13, which is in a 1-point game, but it was still a close game. Then, of course, our game was a 1-point game. So there were some real close games. San Francisco beat Seattle 26-23 in overtime. So, I mean, it was just it was that kind of a week.
The biggest one was Pittsburgh 17, New England 10 points.
That and the Cowboys getting shut out was just fantastic. Just fantastic. And, of course, the Giants also got shut out.
Yeah. Green Bay got beat by the
Green Bay got beat, yeah. It just... Okay, here you go.
The Bears are looking legit. The Saints only put up, what, 13 tonight? 12, 13, 12?
Yes. 12-9? 12-9.
12-9 was tonight's game.
Tonight's game.
Last night's game we didn't talk about.
What was last night's game?
Philly went into L.A. and beat the Rams.
Yeah, but
with Nick Foles.
DJ comes out and says to me, oh, man, Philly's really taking it to the Rams tonight. It's like 30-13. I turn it on. It's 30-16. And all of a sudden the Rams they score another touchdown.
Yeah, it's 30-23.
And all of a sudden the Rams are right back in this thing and they get the ball back. And I'm thinking, well, they're going to end up, tying it or whatever. But luckily Philly, pulled it out. But I don't know. Bills average just 3.2 yards per attempt. But on the positive side, the Bills achieved 9 first downs with the run. So there again, the offensive line didn't do real good, but they did enough.
Yeah, and the nice part with
we were only playing Detroit, so
the nice part with using your fourth string running back is you kind of just you're going to hit this hole, and he just hits that hole and goes. Where Shady's more of trying to do it himself.
Well, and they're all hurt. That's the problem. Everybody's hurt. We are decimated with injury. I don't know who's going to be back. Milano's gone. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen next week.
We're playing New England this week, so that's going to be interesting because they're going to be pissed.
Well, they're going to be pissed, but they've lost 2 in a row, and I think, if nothing else, they're showing that New England is definitely a vulnerable team.
Cracks in the armor.
There's definitely some cracks in the armor.
And if Josh Allen played in the Monday night game against New England, we win that game.
I laugh because every time Josh Allen makes a mistake, we have to listen to the critics talk about, well, he's young, he's making these mistakes. Yesterday in the New England game, Brady's got a perfect opportunity. They're moving the ball downfield, and they rush him. He throws up a lame duck that ends up being intercepted, which pretty much, that kind of killed everything right there. And nobody says a word.
It was wonderful.
It's just one of those things.
See, that's my thing, is I loved it because Romo was calling the Patriots game, which I love Romo because, who the heck wrote me? Was it Ryan? They wrote me and said, I love Romo calling the Patriots game because he only tries a little to pretend he doesn't hate the Patriots. It kind of is obvious that he's just like...
Which is something because most of the commentators, of course, love the Patriots.
I can't remember if it was him or the other guy that said, you don't see Brady making rookie mistakes like that very often, and it was a rookie mistake. It reminded me of Allen's one interception a couple weeks ago.
Well, and there again, it's what I said before. All these quarterbacks make these mistakes. It's just that when they make them, nobody says anything about them. When Josh Allen makes them, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. Well, every quarterback makes mistakes. I watched Jim Kelly make a lot of mistakes, and I remember it being gut-wrenching to watch. It happens. It happens. When you're throwing the ball, it's going to happen. So, we decided that it was such a good week in football, I'm not even going to have a touch hole of the week.
There's just nobody to be mad at.
There's just nobody to be mad at. I can't.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does kind of suck, because I like to rant a little bit, and I really don't have anybody to rant. We went to Donnie's 30th birthday party the other night. Had a great time. A little bar over in Minetto called the Pricker Bush. Got to meet the owner. He loved us. We had a great time. We closed. We were there until 1 o'clock. And basically, if we hadn't been there,
it would have been a slow night.
It would have been a real slow night. So we had a great time. Donnie's 30 years old. Somebody's not far behind him. And when your kids start getting old, that means you're just getting real old. So it is what it is. Anyway, a week from tonight is Christmas Eve. And DJ tells me there's a game, so I guess we're going to have to do a report.
Yeah.
But we'll be getting ready for the big holiday. I've got all the bags made for our little game we're going to play, and we're going to go from there. I don't really have anything else, Teach.
Yankees still haven't done a thing.
Yankees suck, yeah.
Steinbrenner's wife died the other day, though.
What's that mean to me?
Nothing. She just died.
Oh.
The lady.
She
had something to do with the Yankees.
Too bad the kids didn't.
I know. Somebody who actually spends some money.
We need Terry Pagula to actually take over.
Yeah.
Terry by the Yankees.
Terry, Sabres, we already touched on them, but last night they won in Boston, just to top off a great Sunday.
Yeah, they beat the Bruins.
Skinner, talk about pickup of the year, pickup of the last 5 years, in my opinion. The kid's on fire. He's got like 25 goals. The Sabres players don't score 25 goals, believe me, especially not before January. It's awesome. Eichel's all of a sudden catching fire. He's had some amazing goals, amazing passes. So I saw last night, did you see this one, where he was going behind the net? So everybody, the goalie and everybody started leaning this way, and then he literally, behind the net, just stopped and passed it backwards like this in front of the goal, and Skinner put it in.
No.
beautiful.
DJ's going to the game tomorrow
I'll be
night,
there
which
tomorrow
means
night,
probably
we'll
the
get
Sabres
their
will
butts
lose.
kicked, but Kyle and I are going to.
Who they playing?
They're playing the Panthers, Florida Panthers, who aren't very good this year, but we have lost to them before, so.
Yeah. We can
We'll
only
see.
hope. We'll see what happens. The weather, yeah,
Weather outside is frightful.
it's windy
The
out
wind is-
tonight and it's cold. But actually, we're supposed to hit 50 degrees by the end of the week. So the weather's
So it's
not
gonna be a
really.
muddy Christmas.
It's going to be probably a green Christmas. I hope so. I could care less. I don't need snow for Christmas. But anyway, I don't have a whole lot more. We're getting excited about the holiday. We're pretty much done shopping. Everything's coming together. We'll see what happens. So until next week, I'm Daryl Duvall. So is he. We'll catch you later.
And I missed.
And you missed the little Simple Man.
Yeah, it's not the normal Simple.
No, this is Simple Man by Bad Company. I like this Simple Man. Oh, this is nice work. Anyway,
I'm back.
Oh, yeah?
Is it like midnight?
it is midnight. It's close to it. Gotta be midnight. Where's the clock? I can't see the clock. It's after midnight. So we're after midnight.
I am